E-cycling, esports cycling, e-racing, whatever you do want to call it. Welcome back to more esports talk. Today we talk about a very peculiar story brought to us by Cameron Jeffers, one of the first ever British national champions in e-racing or e-cycling, whatever you guys do choose to call it. He's now been given a 6-month ban from the esport, also a small fine, had his title taken away from him, all because he illegally obtained a bike he used inside one of those qualifiers, the British e-racing qualifiers. He actually did place top 10 after a few disqualifications, moved on in those qualifiers. Ever since has been given that ban from the esport, which he truly does love. He's actually posted a video about this, guys, a few days ago. I will link that video down below where he gives a full explanation as to exactly how this ban did come about. And also on top of that, the main reason why I'm making this video is because when it comes to esports out there, e-cycling is certainly underdeveloped, especially when it comes to the rule book compared to other esports. And I hope this video will make a change, especially for the case of Cameron Jeffers, where he goes on to explain the bike he did illegally obtain. That was actually the Z1 concept bike. That same bike was being used by everyone else in the competition. Unfortunately enough for Cameron, though, he illegally obtained it by that third-party source who did approach him, and what they call robo-doping on his account is actually acquiring that 50,000 kilometers of elevation, which is to unlock the Z1 concept bike. Unfortunately, though, obviously against the rules, it was very obvious as well in Cameron's video. He was remorseful for that. He was regretful of his decision as well. On top of that, he seemed genuinely remorseful and saddened by the entire ordeal. And so the giant at-large question is this ban, a 6-month ban for illegally obtaining a bike, which, by the way, he did not cheat in those qualifiers. That bike was not him cheating either. Everyone else was using this same bike he did. It was the way he came about earning that bike, which cost him now 6 months in the esport itself. And that's where my concern really does lie about the future of this esport. We look at other esports out there and try and compare what he did to what other esports maybe would rule about this. It's like, let's say for a game like Fortnite or CSGO, someone illegally obtains or buys an account with better skins to compete with. There is no competitive advantage. Just like Cameron, he did not cheat to actually in the event itself. The bike itself is not cheating. Other people are using the same bike, and that's where I think the problem does lie. You have a competition, a high-stake competitive competition out there for your e-cyclists, where apparently not everyone's given the even playing field, not given the same items, not given the same mechanics, and that's a super, super bad issue to have for an esports competitive game. So yes, it's against the rules in most TOS out there to buy an account, right? Just like when it comes to robo-doping, it certainly has to be against some rules out there. I would say a light ban, certainly lighter than 6 months. A fine, stripping him of his titles that he earned, I would say fairly. It was not an unfair competitive advantage to actually have that bike in the first place. It was the way he obtained it, which certainly should not have been allowed. So maybe an account ban. We've seen players like Tfue be banned for this as well, buying and selling accounts that have better skins. Yes, that was an account ban. He was not banned from competitive competition. I mean, come on. I'm very curious, though, of course, as always, what you guys think about this. I'm finding it hard to see past the fact, yes, he is remorseful. Yes, he obtained something in an illegal manner, but it did not give him a competitive advantage. It was not cheating, and everyone else in the competition had the same items. Where in your heads is it okay to give this man a 6-month ban from an esport which allows competitors to compete with different items than the rest of the field? That doesn't happen in pretty much any esport out there. You look at common games out there, League of Legends, CSGO, Overwatch, so on and so forth. Every single pro competitor has a level playing field because they have even access to all of the items, all of the mechanics, all of the heroes, champions, gods, whatever you do want to call it. So when it comes to this, and he, yes, admittedly, illegally obtained this item, so maybe should have had a lesser sentence and lesser ban, but to strip him of all of his titles, to not let him compete for 6 months, to give him a fine for doing so, to me, seems a bit extreme, and the rulebook needs to be identified, at least for competition and e-cycling, needs a bit of a change. Whew. Hoping for the best for you, Cameron. I hope your sentence should be reduced. I really do think it should. You guys, of course, can leave your thoughts down below. E-cycling. I've not talked about it. Maybe I'll talk about it more in the future if stories like this keep on popping up. Until next time, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy Esports Talk, breaking down gaming and esports news here every single day. Until tomorrow, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Have a great night. I'll see you back here sometime soon.